Terrell Thomas, These Urban Times. Today we're sitting down with a young lady all the way from Illinois. So we appreciate her time and sitting down and joining us today. She's doing a lot of great things in music and in artistry as well. For those of you who have caught on to the wave that is taking place with NFTs, we're going to talk to this young lady about that as well. Jaraiyia Alize, how are you today?
Hello, how are you guys? I'm good.
We're good. We appreciate your time. Now we've had some time to kind of check out some things that you have going on, and you are the example of a woman or a person of many talents. Because as I mentioned, you're doing your things as far as artistry and music, but visual artistry with graphics and things as well. But I want to start and focus on music because you have a single that you're pushing, The Piano Man. Talk to me about that and let me know how that single was created.
So The Piano Man is predominantly focused on how I was feeling when in a relationship with a guy who's a drug dealer. And sometimes in those situations you don't get the attention that you want. You don't get to talk to them when you want to, and you miss them. So that's where the tsunami comes in. It's like, you're good with the keys, but you can't play me because all in all, I need all the attention, and that's it. So that's kind of where that came from.
I like how you did that right there. Once the piano man and playing with the keys, I like how you did that right there as well. Talk to me about the creative process and when you created the record. Is that something that you were sitting on for some time? Is that something that just in the moment came about? So is that how was the record actually composed and created?
So I was definitely in the moment. I had honestly just spent time with my piano man at the time. And then it wasn't enough time. And I'm like, you know what? I need to vent. And that's how we got it. Oh.
Excuse me. Okay. So explain to me when your love for music began. When did you realize that composing music was something that you had inside of you, or something that you wanted to explore or to get out? When did that love begin?
So I was born into music, born singing. I was told that I started talking at like 9 months. And from then on out, I was singing, I was talking. And for as long as I can remember, I've always loved to sing. And I began to write when I learned to write poetry. And so I started writing poetry and short stories. And then, of course, with my love for music, I began to write my own music.
I think that's very dope. Being able to express your artistry through poetry. How explain, the similarity. There's a difference, of course, in writing a rhyme or writing music and writing poetry, but the two are very similar. They can almost be like cousins, if that makes sense. Can you explain to our audience how your skills in poetry has strengthened your skills as far as writing music?
So I just graduated from Northern Illinois University.
Oh, respect.
And
Big respect.
thank you. I got my bachelor's in psychology. And I'm a single mom. So shout out to all my moms out there, But while I was there, I came across a poetry group called a Sane Asylum. And oh no, it was like Poetry Asylum. It was something, I have to look it up. But like when we were a part of the group, we did various exercises, and everyone in there was talented, and they did various spoken words. So that's when I got the chance to actually demonstrate my poetry, and I got feedback. So getting that feedback from other people that have the same love, it was very beneficial.
How has, although we're shifting, I guess you could say out of it slowly, how has the pandemic impacted your sound and what you have going on? For some time, although once again, things are starting to open up and people are getting back out in the world, everything was virtual. Everything was going on pretty much virtually. And our movement was very limited. So what type of impact did that have on your writing and on your career, positively or negatively?
I would say that The pandemic, obviously, we all have had our struggles throughout. But it definitely molded me to focus on what I genuinely wanted to do with my life. And I had just graduated, and at that point, I needed to decide, what do I want to do? What is my calling? I'm very spiritual. And so the lyrics came to me. I just started writing. I got a notebook, and I got on YouTube one day, and I'm just like, let me see if I can just write some instrument, write something. And it started to flow. So given that time, like I said, I am a single mother. I was not able to work during the pandemic. And so I had a lot of time to work on my craft and focus on myself. And that's how I got to where I am now. That self-love, taking the time to get to know myself as well as my music and what I want to do.
Okay. I dig that. I respect that a lot. As I mentioned at the beginning of our interview, not only are you doing things with music, but you're also doing things with a new craze that is taking place. And it's amazing to see an African-American young woman, putting her feet in the ground and getting solid with NFTs. Can you speak to our audience? For many are still ignorant and don't actually know exactly what NFTs are. Can you explain to our audience exactly what they are, and then how did you get involved in actually creating these wonderful things?
So, genuinely speaking, that would be a question for management. And I will leave that to them to explain, to go into detail with that. But overall, I know we are definitely offering a lot of good things within Jaraiyia Alize. There's going to be a lot of perks. You meet me, you get to come backstage and just get to know a lot of good things. And but yeah, I'll leave the details for the team.
Okay. So what's next? We know everything that you have going on as far as the Piano Man. We see what you have going on with the NFTs. We're moving into the fall. For many lovers and songwriters, they look at that as be a cuddle season and a perfect season for writing and things. So what are you working on as we move into the fall and winter months of 2021?
So moving into the fall, we definitely have a lot coming for you guys. We have a song called "The Jeweler" that will be coming out very soon, depending on how things are going. It's actually tied in with the Piano Man. So there's a storyline. The Piano Man kind of dipped on me, guys, living the lifestyle that he lived. He did some time. And while he was away, I came across the jeweler, and he was sweet to me. But of course, no man, I mean, well, no one is perfect, but we've all had our situations in relationships. And so let's just say, play close attention to the Piano Man video, because as you'll see, he interrupts a wedding. And that is the wedding with the jeweler.
Very dope. We'll be looking forward to seeing how the story continues and to see how things pick up with the jeweler. Can you please let our audience know how they can stay in tune with what you have going on via social media, how they can check out your music as well?
Yes, you can follow me on all social websites at Jaraiyia Alize, JARAIYIAALIZE, and don't forget the apostrophe.
We appreciate your time. Continue to create great music, and we'll be tapping in with you again soon to see what you have going on.
All right, thank you so much. It was good talking to you.
Peace and blessings. Have a great day.
You too.